my gosh, this episode was incredible. And okay, I did not cry, but still, this was a totally crazy episode. Because who appeared? The mid-season Cure Majesty. She appeared! And a lot of stuff did happen in this episode. So let's get started with talking about what happened in 31 of Hirogaru's Sky Pretty Cure. So the episode begins with Ellie with Mashio, and she's writing a new picture book about her meeting Sora and stuff like that. But as Mashio leaves the room, Elle-Chan takes a purple pencil and then scribbles over the illustration that if Mashio finished drawing, and she didn't really got upset, but Sora was there and saying that was not nice of her to do. And she really reminisced at how her brother Red and her mother got into a little scuffle because he did something wrong. But of course, since Ellie is being the discipline for grown-up cycles, saying she's not getting her way, she goes over to Mashio and just looks at Sora and says, "Sora, I hate you," and that literally makes Sora go into a depressed mood. And that's not all as this episode goes on, as when Agaha tries to tell Elle-Chan about the same thing, she also puts Agaha in depressed mood by saying, "Agaha, I hate you," and running to Mashio. And Tsubasa and Mashio are just standing there saying, "Okay, what do we gotta do? We got two depressed cures over because Elle-Chan can't get what she wants." And she's just saying, "I hate you" from that. So Yo-Yo comes up with an idea by giving them a flyer for a Shido photo shoot so they can take Elle-Chan there and take some photos. So that's what they do, and Elle-Chan is really excited. Also, when they were looking at what the photo is advertising, it also mentioned, 3D child and stuff like that, for you to, use, kind of, spoiler or something like that, I guess. And when Elle-Chan was getting excited, they all just pointed the finger at her saying, "She's a 3D child!" Oh, man. That was, funny. But yeah, so they get in Agaha's car, and they go to the photo shoot, and as they're driving by, Elle-Chan's just, saying, when? Like any child would when they're in the car, because you know that child, saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Who hasn't been that child? I was that child. But then we also get to look at Soldier Cheetah Gym, and that's basically where Minotauron is. He doesn't really do anything much in this episode, and this is probably why. He's just, exercising and stuff. But then, the evil mistress comes from the Dark Empire to, give him a message saying, "Why have you not captured Elle-Chan yet?" And he's saying, "I have to become stronger in order to defeat the Pretty Cure." But she didn't like that, so she zapped him, and, when he gets zapped, he just still knows how to look good when getting zapped. And we get to see the new villain, who is still hiding under a cloak. And he makes Minotauron disappear by falling into a portal. And decides that, and the evil mistress puts him in charge of capturing Elle-Chan. And so at the photo shoot, the lady that works there gives them images of the costumes they have, and they have costumes of the Pretty Cures. And this is also one other funny part where the lady says, "Which one do you want to go with?" And Elle-Chan's just standing there making her decision, while the others are just frozen, saying, "Who's she gonna pick?" Because they're thinking she has to have a favorite cure out of all of them. But then she just does all of them, and they were "Phew, dodged that bullet." And so they tried on all the Pretty Cure outfits. It started with Cure Sky, Prism, Wing, and Butterfly. And they all said the catchphrases for each cure, so that's kind of cute too. And once that's all over, they all go home with the photos they got. And as Elle-Chan is sleeping from all the time she had there, she whispers to Sora saying, "I love you," and that makes Sora happy. But then Sora recognizes that they're not gonna be with Elle-Chan forever again. They've been through this a couple of episodes before, and she is still saying that, and she's saying that she is naive. But then Mashio says and agrees that it is going to happen eventually, but she says it's not right now, so they should not focus on that. And that's sort of I can agree with like when I have like an anxiety attack, I think like something bad's going to happen like right away, but it doesn't. It's like you think you're gonna like it's gonna happen in that moment, but it does not. And that's kind of what I got from like what Masha was saying like there. It's not gonna happen like right away. So they still have time to have fun and be together. And then it came for the villain to appear and attack them. And he appears in the middle of the road, and Agaha tries to not run into them, but when they notice that this guy is definitely evil because of the coldness in his eyes, that really is even like put Sora back into a terrifying mood like she was in the early episodes of Hirogaru. They had to make a run for it or drive away from this guy that is definitely from our Dark Empire and is after Elle-Chan. But he gets the upper hand of them. Like, he's definitely calculated. And he basically transports Agiha's car with all the minutes into a foggy up the parking lot and captures Elle-Chan in the process. As they confront this guy, he takes off his costume and reveals that his name is Skearhead. I think I said that right. And he also reveals the name of the evil main antagonist, who's the Empress Undark. Empress Undark, I think that's what I'm going to call her. Because the way how they spell Undark Empire is kind of like hard for me to even pronounce, so I'm just going to go with that. Because the way how they pronounce it is definitely looking like that. And so he's kind of like a second ruler or something, like the right-hand man, definitely like the right-hand man of the main villain. And so he doesn't even want to fight, but of course the Cures transform and fight him anyway, so he has to get rid of them. Well, Elle-Chan is in the Undark Empire where he sent her to, and the Empress Undark, who we don't really see her full image, just a dark, cloudy image, like all the rest of, like, main antagonists that we mostly see is that cloudy being. And she makes Elle-Chan watch the fight between Skearhead and the Pretty Cures, and of course he defeats the Pretty Cures, and Elle-Chan is scared that she can't do nothing about it. But she, when the Pretty Cure do not give up, they recreate the opening scene, which is also, we already know from the first episode, or that is the reference to the opening for Tori Rock Pretty Cure, where Cure Black is helping Cure White get up. But since it was reversed with Cure Sky being picked up by Cure Prism, and so forth with Wing and Butterfly. And so Elle-Chan starts to pray, she glows, and then boom, out of the sky comes a mysterious purple figure that appears before Skearhead and the Pretty Cures, and as he sends a giant dark energy ball at this purple mistress that we definitely know is the mid-season Cure, we can't lie about that. She transforms into her complete form and attacks Skearhead. When he asks for her name, she says, Cure Majesty. And he says, I'm going to remember that name. And then he disappears, and she also disappears as well. And all the Pretty Cure are just like shocked and confused of what just happened. But then they hear Elle-Chan's voice, and she's all right, and they run over to her, and they're so happy that she's okay. And Mashio is also crying that she wasn't able to like do anything, but Elle-Chan is put down by Sora to like go in, pets Mashio, and she says, "Don't cry." And then Sora, Agiha and Tsubasa go join her, but Sora stays out and knows that now they have a new enemy and all that, then they must become stronger now, as it's getting to the point where, like, they need to become stronger. But they also have in the question and saying, here's Cure Majesty. Now, of course, we already know, but of course, they do not know. So, yeah, that's definitely going to, like, be something for them in episode 32, where she's finally going to appear fully, and we already know who Cure Majesty is, so it's finally time to see that transformation, because, big transformation, Cure Majesty, this is going to be a good episode, like this one is, because it built it up. And so, that is my review on Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure episode 31, and I hope you enjoyed me just like rambling super fast with my words here because this was a crazy episode for like the dark core of Hirogaru. So that's my review. Bye.